Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick video on one problem I've had with Chirp with my Yaesu 2800M radio. And I'm going to go through and show you how I resolved it. It wasn't really me. It was a guy named Paul Newland, I think his name is. And he posed a question online and about this issue, and he put down his fix for the problem. And I'm going to go over that with you. So this is Chirp. You see me do this before on the last video. I'm going to go ahead and load up my Yaesu configuration by opening it. And I'm going to go ahead and it's going to my radio folder. I'm going to go ahead and open up my 2800 current configuration. This is the one that I use to make changes. And there it is. I got about 60 channels programmed.
KC1 KPV, this is KC1FD.
Well, that is weird.
You're listening to the W1 SRA radio.
Somebody's calling me.
A
buddy of mine's calling me, so a buddy of mine's calling me on the radio, so I'm going to take a break and let me call him back. KC1FD, this is KC1 KPV. Yeah, what's up?
Hi, Steve. Can just barely hear you. I'm about to go down into the hole here at Candy anyway, so I'll try calling you in a couple minutes, okay?
Sounds good. I'm on the computer working and making a video actually, and I'll yeah, call me back when you come out of there in a couple minutes, and I'm right here at the desk. So KC1 KPV clear. Okay. Might as well leave it on there because you can see that my radio actually works. That's weird that he called me. So that's good that I can show you that. So I'm actually I will pause because he'll probably call me back in a couple minutes. But here's my file. And what I want to do is upload this to my radio. So after I'm done talking to Rich there, I'm going to go ahead and upload to my radio. I actually made a couple of changes in my file. Cleaned up a couple of repeaters and stuff like that. I had a couple of tone modes that weren't set properly on a couple of repeaters. The Bow one, I think, and also the Salem one. I didn't have one. And I'll go ahead and make those changes, upload them with my cable, and do that. And when I do that, we'll go ahead and continue the video, and then I'll post it, and we'll see what Rich has to say on the radio. So wait for him to call me back, and I will get right back to the video. Okay, I got off the radio with my buddy there, and I want to go ahead and continue the video. So, like I said, I want to go ahead and upload this on my Yaesu 2800. Now, there's a little problem here that I told you about that you have to go and fix. So I'm going to walk you through that. First off, though, I want to go ahead and upload my new program to my radio so I have all the changes I want. So in order to do that, like I said, you got to come over and you got to turn it off. And my radio's warm from talking on it. You got to remove the mic, plug in the cable, the USB cable, so I have connected to my computer. Okay, so we're going to be ready to hit this up. Now, like I demonstrated in the, okay, why isn't this matching up? What happened? That's weird. Sorry, it's weird. I had the picture set up right, but I guess I don't know. That's weird. Huh. Didn't think. Bear with me. Okay, you can kind of see it, I guess. Very strange. I'm gonna fix this. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and power up the Yaesu. Now, when you power up the Yaesu, when you power it up to do cloning, you have to put the Yaesu in clone mode. The Bofang, you don't have to do that. You just turn it on and go. But for a Yaesu and maybe some other radios, you have to put it in clone mode. So in order to put it in clone mode with the Yaesu 2800, you have to hold down the DMR button, the low button, and the megahertz button, all at the same time while powering up the radio. So you need two hands. That's why I'm not holding the camera. And what else? Nope, I guess that's it. Yeah, you got to do those three, and you got to have it connected, and you got to have the Chirp program running. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down all three of these if I can do it. There we go. So you notice that it's showing you on the screen transmit, receive, low, and RX. What that means is it's telling you that in order to receive data, you click the low button. In order to transmit data, you click on the megahertz button. So since I'm going to take my file from Chirp and throw it on my Yaesu here, I'm going to go ahead and put it into receive mode. Whichever way you go back and forth, if you're taking your file and uploading it to Chirp, or if you're taking your file and uploading it to Chirp, that means you need to put the Chirp software in receive mode first, then transmit, okay? If you're coming back to the radio, you're going to put the radio in receive mode, then tell the file to upload the data to the radio. So you have to have the machine that's receiving the data ready to receive before you send the data. Otherwise, you will get an error code, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to show you what happens on the screen because you've already seen that with, well, I guess I will. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get the program ready. I'm going to go to radio. I'm going to go to upload to radio. It says COM4, Yaesu. I'm all set to go. I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK once this is in receive mode. And then you can see what happens to the radio. Oop, there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit low. It's ready to receive. I'm going to hit OK on my Chirp screen. And what you should see happening is, there we go. Yep, it's working. So now what's happening now is the radio is receiving data. Okay. And if you look at my screen is transmitting the data. Okay. So it is working correctly. So it does go a lot slower than the Bofang, so just bear with me. It's about halfway done. And I'll show you the problem that we run into. So let's see, almost there, about 3/4 of the way there. And you'll see these arrows go across, boom, boom, boom. No problem. When you push a file to Chirp, you might get a warn 12 message, or is it a warn 8? I forget. Just, yeah, there we go, it passed. Okay, we're good. Just disregard that. It doesn't mean anything. At least I found it doesn't. All right, to get it out of clone mode, you have to hit the megahertz button. It'll recycle. It goes right to your first station, okay? You might even get an error message soon. Maybe not. Sometimes it does. But as long as it says pass the first time, you're good to go. So now you need to power it off. Okay. Put my mic back in. Okay. Then you can turn it on. And now all of my stations are fixed the way I want them. This is the one that I had to change. Whoop. Where'd it go? There we go. But what's nice is all of my repeaters are in. They're all, if you notice, my power settings are different on some of them, on the left side over here, because I wanted them set a certain way, based on how far the repeaters were. Okay. So that's pretty much it. But here's the problem. If you leave it like this and turn it on, and then you start trying to talk to somebody, I tried to get on a couple of nets, and people weren't hearing me. And the reason they weren't hearing me is because when I go ahead and key the mic, okay, you don't hear anything. You don't hear any kind of squelch or anything afterwards. That's because you're transmitting, but you're not modulating. So if I had my little handheld off to the side, I could show you that it's not hearing anything. You might not even hear a click. So it is opening up the repeater, I guess, or actually I don't think it is, because it's not doing anything. I found that the hard way, and I had to go online and look around, that you had to actually do a step to get it to work correctly. What you have to do is, on an empty station, you need to go into the menu mode. Okay? When you go into the menu mode, go to option, I forget, I want to say it's 31, but it might not be 31. Hold on. Nope, there it is, 33. Go to menu item 33. Press set again. Okay, don't worry. And you see it says wide. You want to change that to narrow. Save it. Get out of the menu. Click it once. And now see that now the repeater actually sees you. Okay. Now you're in narrow mode. Most of the time you want to be in wide mode, so I'm going to go back. Save it. Exit. So now the repeater actually can hear me. So you have to do that every time you turn the machine on, which can be a little tedious. I'm trying to see if I can get some information from Chirp to get this fixed. I enjoy the ability to use Chirp to make all my changes without having to do it manually, so I don't mind that inconvenience. But if you have it in your car, and turning it on and off and stuff might get a little inconvenient, but you have to do that on the 2800 while using Chirp, at least with the latest build that I have, which is March of 2019. So if there is an update to that, I will put that in the description below. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this was helpful for all of you who are having trouble with the Yaesu 2800, and maybe other Yaesus using Chirp. And thanks for watching.